welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Natasha Lauren and I'm here to guide you on everything to do with manifesting and the law of assumption. So let's just get straight into this video. I had a comment on one of my TikTok videos basically about manifesting money. It was like this very like trending sound or whatever. I'll play it for you so that you guys can see it.
I need some money. I'ma do it 200. What's not clicking, Steven? Cash at me right now. Hurry up.
First of all, let me just say that when I say the universe, obviously what I teach is from a perspective that there isn't anything outside of you that you need to convince, that is giving things to you, etc., etc. Like, you are the universe experiencing this world in human form. So just for the context of the TikTok, and obviously because it's a word that you know is widely used within manifesting, etc., etc. I use the word universe, but I don't come from a place of you need to like convince the universe and all that kind of stuff. The source is your mind, the source is you. The only thing you need to change is yourself, and then the law does the rest. But just for the video, I use the word universe. And obviously in the video, I'm talking about how like you're not meant to, you can't manifest money by forcing it. You can't force money to come to you. You can't have this mindset and come from a state of like being desperate and, oh, I really need this money, so I'm gonna just do this thing to get it and it's gonna come to you. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, so when it comes to the law, manifesting, all that kind of stuff, the law of assumption does not care about what you want, does not care about the things that you are begging for, that you are pleading for, etc., etc. Like I said earlier, you are the universe in human form. The only thing you have to do is deal with your mind, deal with the contents of your mind, deal with your state. So if you are coming from a place where you are forcing, where you are begging, where you are being desperate, etc., etc., that is your state. Your state is of desperation. Your state is of lack. That's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to manifest more of. The law can only represent the states that you are, the states and the contents of your mind. So if that is the place that you are coming from, then that is what you're going to experience more of. When it comes to manifesting and manifesting money in general, the point of any techniques that you do, anything that you choose to do, techniques first of all are just a tool. You should never be using a particular manifesting technique because if you're doing it from a perspective of lack and I really want to get this thing. So I'm going to script, I'm going to visualize, I'm going to keep this mental diet because I want to get that particular thing. That is not going to manifest it for you. What manifests is your state. So if your state is, I don't already have this certain amount of money, I don't have this money that I need, all that kind of stuff, and you are forcing yourself to do that, like I said, you're forcing yourself to do that kind of technique because you think it's going to get you the money, or you are just forcing and begging and pleading that you need that kind of money, etc., etc. That is not what is going to manifest for you. The point of any technique is a tool, and the main thing when it comes to techniques and whatever technique you decide to do is that it should change you with it. When you make that change is when you are able to experience that particular manifestation. It's about creating the feeling of you already having that particular thing, you doing it from a place of you having that particular thing, and you just doing it because it feels nice, and it's nice to think about the money that you have. It's nice to think about all these things that you can buy. It's nice to think about the fact that this bill is already paid, it's already taken care of, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you are in a situation where, let's say, there's a bill due next week and you don't have the money for it, there's rent due, there's whatever, and there's something due next week that you're stressing about, you don't have the money for it in the moment, and you want to manifest that money, you want to obviously have that money so that you can pay that particular thing. First of all, do not worry and stress about the how. The how is never your problem. My biggest advice would be decide now that you want to change. You don't want to be in that position anymore where every single month it gets to the end of the month, or it gets close to the time where you have to pay that bill, you have to pay your rent, etc., and you are struggling and you're having to think about these things and you're having to stress about these things. Decide in the moment now that you are going to change your mindset to the state of someone that always has money, constantly has money, has wealth, etc., has, you know, a certain amount of money each month, is doing well, is successful in what they're doing, etc. Decide first that you want to make that change first of all. Now, in terms of that bill being paid and all that kind of stuff, visualize, script, again, do whatever techniques works for you, but see it as done. Like, you are changing yourself and you're changing your state of mind to the point where this isn't something that you need to stress about anymore, because you are changing yourself. You are changing the way you think about this particular thing. So see that thing as done in your mind. Script that it is done. Visualize that it is done. Affirm that it is done. Go into meditation and decide that it is done. See it being paid. And from that point, decide that it is done and it's something that you no longer have to worry about. And from there, live from the end. You have to completely live in the end, that it is done, it is sorted, it is taken care of, all of your bills are taken care of, anything that you need money for is taken care of. Another thing as well, when it comes to manifesting money and all that kind of stuff, keep a strict mental diet about money. Like, have a good relationship with money. Think about money as if you are in a relationship with it. Like, if you are in a relationship with anyone, you're not gonna treat it badly. You're not gonna be upset every time it decides to go spend time with its friends. Like, you know that it's always going to come back to you. You know that you can let money go, or, you know, let that person go, have, you know, spend time with other friends. You know, you're open to letting them go and do what they want, but you always know that they're going to come back to you, and they're going to come back to you better because they've taken care of themselves, they're doing what they like, etc. But you know that money is always going to come back to you. Have a good relationship with money too. Like, be happy that you're able to spend money. Be grateful and happy that every time you get to go into a store that you're able to buy this, you're able to buy that. Even if you don't physically go and buy that thing, in your mind, you're living in the end, you're thinking from that place. Walk into that store and look at all the things that are there and think, yeah, I can get that for this person. I love that I'm able to get this, etc. Like, you are changing your mindset, and that is your focus. Your whole mindset should be on you having money. That is you living from the end. So yeah, main takeaway points from this is that you can't force anything. If you're doing something from a state of lack, that's what you're going to experience, more lack, because it's about your state. And the main point to any technique that you do when you're trying to manifest money, or you're trying to manifest anything, whatever technique that you choose to do, focus on it changing you. It should be about it changing you now to the point where you are a new person that now thinks about money in a way that is always abundant. You always have it. Like, this is your new mindset. It shouldn't be something that you're just like, oh, I just want to manifest this money quick, then just go back to how you was thinking and feeling before, etc. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you, and I will see you guys in the next one.